Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Absolute Football Podcast, Absolutely Lower League, the show dedicated to everything from the EFL Championship, League One, and League Two. But for everybody watching, there's quite a lot of League Two fans on the panel tonight, so we've reversed it, just getting a bit of Blazing Squad in there because I love a boy band. Yeah. I'm proud of myself now. I'm just a spur of a moment. But yes, of course, I couldn't do it alone. And I brought some amazing people with me. And first and foremost, I'm dead chuffed that I've actually got my introduction right because this is the third pod of the week. 7 different leagues I've covered this week. So it was nice that I actually got my intro right. But we're not on non-league. We're not on Premier League. I didn't get invited on Freya's WSL show, which I will get on there sometime. So I can do 4 out of 4 shows, Freya, if you are watching. But yes, Aaron. How are you and how's your week been?
I'm okay. I'm doing well, apart from trying to dodge the seasonal super cold flu that seems to be travelling up and down the country.
I thought you meant Rebecca then. Thought you were going to say dodge Rebecca because that as well. Stanley beat Oldham 1-0.
That as well. Let's get out of the way early doors there, people. Yes, Rebecca's got the bragging rights. Congratulations for the second time this season as well. I'm a bit sick of seeing Accrington already this season, to be honest. But yeah, we'll get on to that. But yeah, I'm okay. Rebecca deserves her moment to shine, and I'm not going to take that away. So yeah, let's do it.
I love that, and so chuffed, so proud of Accrington. I'm joking. For any Oldham fans watching, I promise it is in all good jest and banter. But
she doesn't. She absolutely hates us. No, I'm joking.
About this that much. Treaty. How are you and how's your week been so far?
I'm good, thank you, Shah. Yeah, it's been all right week. Won't speak too much about midweek. I know we're going to bring on to it, but it's fine. It's what it is. We move on. That's it. But yeah, happy to be back speaking League One. I'm the only League One representative tonight. And also, Aaron, this is for you. Look at the colours I'm wearing, red and white, because I wanted Aki to win. No offense. I was betting on Aki to win. And I had to wear it tonight. I had to, but there we go.
Wow. It's converting the whole pod at this point. Fuck you, fans. I do apologise.
We're just anyone but Oldham, Rebecca. I'm joking.
When the chips are down, aren't they? You just got to go into battle for yourself sometimes. You know what I mean?
Rebecca, how are you and how's your week been? And yet again, I know I'm milking it now, but high five to Aki.
Yeah, very well. Unbeaten in November. Never thought I'd say that, but we were in all competitions as well, so that was even better. Yeah, it's been a good week, hectic morning, but yeah, happy to be back on talking Aki after a decent month and a good win.
Love that. And everybody who is watching, we made an announcement quite a long time ago that we do have a new team member. We've finally got the amazing Chloe Watt on here tonight. Thank you so much, Chloe. How are you? How's your week been? And if anybody doesn't know, who do you support? Apart from Accrington Stanley, obviously.
Yeah, apparently now I'm also a part-time Accrington Stanley fan. But I mean, firstly, wow, what an introduction, you know? And particularly like the video that Sam put out, I was like, wow, no pressure. Like I feel like I've got to do really well. But as I said at the FCA, it's like no pyro, no party, I guess. So, exactly. But no, I'm doing good. It's been a good week. If anyone doesn't know already, I'm a Bristol Rovers fan. So pretty happy after midweek and finally scoring a goal. But we'll get onto that because it has been, if you will, a few weeks of misery. But yeah, at least there was a positive midweek. So yeah, onwards and upwards, maybe.
Love that. And of course, it's not just us lot. We have some amazing people in the chat. And I'm just pointing out now, Kyle over here is a Bristol City fan. I will pre-warn you now, Chloe. Yes. But here's put, good evening, legends, and congratulations to Chloe for winning the award. He's sweetening you up first before he comes at Bristol Rovers. He does it every week. No spoilers, but he does. We have got Luke. I'll read everyone on 0-0 patrol tonight. Get your 0-0s out. In other news, get your 0-0s out. In other news, we play Walsall in the FA Cup on Saturday. Do you know what? I've got a funny feeling, Luke, you might beat them because you're struggling in the league and there's always that lower league club, isn't there? Like the non-league side that goes on a really good cup run despite them struggling in the league. So I think you will. I really do think you will. We've got Aled as well, if this comment comes up. He's put evening all. We've got Chris, bless him, tuning in from Charlotte, North Carolina. I mean, I'm sure you've got better things to do than tune in and watch us while you're over there, Chris, but thank you. We've got Aled as well, who's just had the greatest sausages and bacon. Oh, love it. Love it. Does anyone else love sausages and bacon or on a subject? Or I love a fried egg. Fried eggs are my favourite.
A pigs in blanket is the number one staple of a Christmas dinner. I could just eat a bowl of pig in blankets, to be honest.
I don't know what my favourite is on a Christmas dinner, you know. Probably the gravy. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
The typical
roast potatoes. Roast potatoes, guys. Come on. They've got to be crispy.
But gravy is like the northern staple, isn't it? That's like the northern thing to say.
If you don't make the gravy right, you might as well not have the roast dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
Something we actually agree on. We don't like each other's football teams, but we have love for gravy.
The Northerners always stick together in the end.
Always.
When it comes to gravy.
Yes. When it comes to gravy, we're all as one. Sean has put evening all. Hope everyone is well. You won't be getting just one positive match report from me. You'll be getting 2. Wow, Sean. Stop the count. How many years has it been? And we're now having 2 positive match reports from Sean, the Northampton fan. Wow. It's a good job I'm sat down. I'm so sarcastic, aren't I? I'm so sorry. Graham has put Man United are currently 0-0, Luke. I know Mason Mount isn't playing. I'm fuming, but it's a good thing because I'm here on the podcast. We've got Aled. Will be a great early Christmas present for Luke if it stays 0-0, but less for Sam. Speaking of the amazing Sam, he has reposted the stream as well. Hope you are having a lovely, lovely holiday, Sam. Simon in the chat, evening all. Anyone know who's top of the championship? We will find out. But you do have a little bit of a wait this week. Me and Drita, the only 2 League One fans here. We've got Stevie's, but hey guys, watching Lazio versus Milan at the Mo. I love it, but I'll tune in when I can. Hope you're okay, Steve, and enjoy the game. Smash up the likes, people. Yes, if anybody is watching, please, if you are on YouTube, give it a like, or if you are on Twitter, repost as well. So, yeah, we can get enough people in talking about their teams. 10 watching, get to 10 likes. No excuses, people. Definitely. Our very amazing Jen as well. Hello, gang. Welcome to Chloe as well. Poor Luke. Glad it's EFL tonight. I cannot stand the National League football with my team. Oh, bless you. Bless you, Luke. At least you don't have to talk about it until Monday. And that will be the cup. So do not worry. Just weigh up everyone's thing. He's put, I won't hold the automatic promotion steal against you, Chloe, as I'm a Northampton fan.
Best day of my life.
We have got bread sauce, best part of Christmas dinner.
What?
Don't. That has triggered me massively.
Bread sauce.
Is that just like blended bread, or am I like?
I was going to say, I don't even know what
I
thought it was. I thought he put me in front of red sauce. I thought he meant ketchup, and he put a bee by mistake. I mean, I have sausage thumbs, so I know the pain when you're typing. I'll just put roast potatoes, pigs in blankets, and gravy as a combo, and you won't see me for hours. Yeah. gravy. I could just drink gravy out of a cup. And Man United 0-0, West Ham half time. You all right, Aaron?
I'm good, yeah. I'm good.
Good stuff. Just
I'll
checking.
try not to die live on a podcast, don't worry.
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
That'll be a hell of a viral clip.
Yeah, but it get took off, wouldn't it, for reasons? And this has got the potential to be a great episode on Chloe's debut. Don't feel
So, yeah, just die on my debut. God.
I know we said no pyro, no party, but man, that would be like taking the
That's
thunder
not
off her.
what I
Like, that would be a steal. Never mind flip reverse in like League 2 to Championship. That's a mega flip reverse. We've got our very own Sam. Hello, wonderful team. The Super Shah, Aaron, Drita, Rebecca, and Pyro Pie herself, Chloe. Yeah. Oh, don't down the podcast, Aaron. I don't want the paperwork. He's on annual leave at the minute, so it'd be me filling the paperwork in. I'm not very good at it. I can only just read and write. But of course, we do have to talk football at some point, don't we? I mean, Rebecca. Would you like to start with Accrington Stanley 1, Oldham Athletic 0?
We've lost our week.
Only joking.
We went through
I just don't want Aaron to leave us.
Nobody can see my face for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. I'll say it again. Accrington 1, Oldham 0. I mean, it was a brilliant win for us, as I said, unbeaten in November in all competitions, which I think is it's been needed. We have been very up and down this season. I mean, we've been here when I've had many rants about how we've been doing, but it's a strong one. It's one of them. Quite a few draws that we've picked up, but I think it's the stupid thing of if we're not winning, at least we're drawing. Like, we just can't lose a game. It's like it's one of them. Pulling away from the bottom, which is, I mean, where we found ourselves quite a bit last season, especially. So to be able to be on the up and getting moving a bit, very strong performance and clean sheet to go with it. We are now without Tyler Walton to add into our injuries. He had an operation on his ankle, so we're yet to find out how long he's out for, but he's a big goal miss up front. But, I mean, we've got Isaac Heath, who, yes, I am biased. He is on loan from Everton. But what an incredibly talented player he is for, I think he's only about 20 as well. Absolutely incredible. But if Everton are to ask, he ain't that great and we would like to keep him. We do not want him being recalled at any point. So I think that's one thing all Aki fans are tweeting at the minute of just trying to keep Heath at the club. Also important to mention the defence. I mean, Ben Ward nearly got on the score sheet, but it has been deemed as an own goal. But him and Devon Matthews, incredibly strong partnership. We did see Rawson go off at half-time. Think that was more of he received a yellow in the first half and we didn't want him being sent off.
That's the only thing I'm going to talk about in the sense of from an Oldham perspective and probably from a football perspective. I think on another day, I think he would have been sent off with another referee, probably, potentially, because I mean, it's funny though, because I don't think the first one was a yellow card, but then he quite clearly handled the ball like in midair and just like slammed the ball down to the floor, and the ref was right in front of it. I didn't give anything, and then he pushed our attacker into the advertising boards like five minutes later. So I think on another day, if we go against 10 men, it could have been another result. But I think that's your manager was very, very smart to make that decision, I think.
Yeah, bringing on Conor O'Brien. So we did have an actual right back on the pitch at that point, and I mean him going forward is it was really good. We did have a few chances in second half, but defended well, kept the 1-0 lead. 1-0 has been a very scary result for Accrington. It's one of them will go into half-time leading 1-0 and then either concede or get beat in the second half. I think there was a stat that was shown where it was a case of, if we only played 45 minutes of football, we'd be 5th in league.
Wow.
That just shows.
Playoffs.
Yeah, I know, we'd have been in capitals.
Would have got your prediction at the start of the season. Playoffs.
We would have done. I had to say playoffs. If we only played 45 minutes, we'd be great. But no, we've been able to pick up, seem to be on a very positive run at the minute. And I mean, from like a personal point, it was special being in the tunnel after the match, filming all of the like celebrations from the players, just seeing the smile on their faces coming in. And yeah, it's a proper together feeling at the club again. And yeah, it's quite nice. And hopefully it continues. Mansfield in the cup on Saturday. So I'll be working my first ever FA Cup match. So no matter what it is, it'll be special for me. So yeah, it's quite happy being an Aki fan at the minute.
And just from your perspective as well, what did you make of Oldham and their performance in this game?
It was, to be honest, neither team were great. And I think that's the way that you look at it. Neither team were performing at the best. We did have the goal, which was quite lucky for us, but it was one of them where we did have more positivity than Oldham, but you can't take it away from Oldham. You do have some incredibly talented players. It just wasn't your day, and it was one of them where we got the win, and I'll be very happy with that.
That's classed as a derby as well, really, isn't it? I know, obviously, but Accrington and Oldham, it's not too far away and stuff. So was it a bit like, what would you say, a typical like close derby game where it's not very entertaining? It is quite gritty and stuff. Is that what it was like on the day?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, Oldham fans came in their numbers, and it was nice to see like the full away end full and them in song, and it was like the Aki fans as well. It was really good to see, and it was just seemed like a derby where it's either got 0-0 written all over it or just 1-0. It's one of them where
I think from an Oldham point of view, it was strange because when the lineup got announced, I had the worst feeling about it ever, because for the first time this season on Saturday we played one up top, and I don't understand, like, in the sense of we've been playing two up top all season, somebody alongside Michael Mellon all season, and it's been working pretty well with the knockdowns. And I don't know whether we kind of just, and this is like fully credit if it is, but whether we kind of just give Aki a little bit too much respect from the offset. But within like half an hour, Mellon changed the formation straight away, so he knew he got it wrong, which was really annoying. And then I think once we conceded the goal in the manner that we did, like Beck said, it was probably, I think in the first half maybe potentially it was probably Accrington's only maybe entry into our box, and they scored from it. So, and it came off Regan Ogle's knee as well in the end, I think it was. So it was just one of them, and then you're chasing the game. But one thing I found really interesting, and you can sort of always tell a lot in these type of moments, is he brought Kane Drummond on after about 35-40 minutes because we had an injury to Josh Hawkes. And then with 10 minutes to go after he rounded the keeper and didn't put it into an open net, by the way, Rebecca. I don't know how we didn't score that. Like, how much time does he want on the ball? That's Kane Drummond's fault, problem all season. Like, he's great up until the goal, and then it's like he just doesn't know what to do with the football. Anyway, he got hooked with 10 minutes to go after being a sub. And I always worry when that happens in football, the kind of unwritten rule is if you sub a sub, if it's not an injury, which it didn't appear to be, that can kind of almost be the writing on the wall with your time at a football club. I feel anyway. So yeah, I feel a bit for him there. But look, it was just one of them days, really. I mean, we didn't get the team selection right. Aki came and did the number on us. They fully deserved the win. But like I keep saying, like, we've still only conceded 13 goals this whole season.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I think it's people are starting to realise now, and the stats back it up. We've, in my opinion, I think we've got the best keeper in the league by an absolute country mile in Matt Hudson, and I think he's probably going to go in January to a higher division for quite a lot of money. That is the rumour anyway now, as it stands today. So yeah, obviously he's got 9 clean sheets in 18 games, which is ludicrous for a new team in a new division, really. So it was just an off game. I'm more worried about the defense is great, but we just I feel like I've been saying it till I'm like blue in the face on this podcast all season. We create so many chances, but we don't have a goal scorer.
Yeah.
Mellon can do it, but because Mellon knows, I think he knows he's pretty good. Sometimes he turns up to games and it's like he's not asked. And then when you start like giving that attitude out, it's hard. And then so like he was pretty like pedestrian on Saturday. And then when he doesn't show up, nobody really shows up for us. So we need to get a striker through the door in some way in January, I think, without a doubt. Because thankfully, I think there's maybe 4 or 5, well, maybe 3 or 4 teams that are quite considerably worse than us in this league. So I don't think we'll be anywhere near worried about going down. However, at the minute, we're only 6 points off the playoffs,
Exactly.
and we're not playing anywhere near the level that I think we can play. So if we can get them final jigsaw pieces together in January, we could actually make a pretty decent run of the season,
No, I completely agree with that. And doing all of the graphics for all 3 leagues, like Coventry aside in the Championship, and obviously your Sheffield Wednesday as well in their situation in the Championship, literally every single league, it is by fine margins, whether it comes to promotion, playoff, like the relegation in like League One and stuff like that. It's literally like so close. It's crazy. But I completely agree with you, Aaron. Is there any rumours or anyone you'd particularly like as a striker, or anybody you've been linked with?
I mean, there's rumours of a attacking midfielder coming in January from Leicester called, I think, is he called Teddy Isaacson or something like that?
Oh, okay.
And that is a position that I think we need to fill as well, in the sense of last year, you look at our playoff run, we had Johan Ganathan from Barnes on loan, who kind of, was that driving figure in the midfield.
So good. I really liked him.
Drove us through them playoff games, and we've got a great midfield, with experience with Ryan Woods, with Tom Pett, with whoever else slots in when Conlon's not there. But we need a creative figure. So if that comes off, then I'd be happy. Well, I'd be happy, but also I think taking a risk on the young kids coming through the under-21s Premier League is always great, but also there's going to be a high demand on him to start creating chances straight away. And when you come straight into well, it can stay available for me. Thank you very much. I think I've got stronger legs than Ian Henderson now.
I can kick you. I've got the power. And I can kick you as well, Shawnee boy.
But
one strike.
I can't give you a striker off the top of my head, right? To be honest, I mean, I think it needs to be a different kind of striker than the profile we've got. We've obviously got quite a lot of physical strikers in your Joe Garners, your Mike Fondops, them type of players. So I'd like a striker that can play off the shoulder. That I think that's my problem. I think Mellon can do it more than suitably enough. He just doesn't look like he's bothered at the minute consistently, and he keeps having a strop when his dad pulling him off with 60 minutes to go. And that was always the risk you're going to have when you unfortunately employ your son at a football club. And I almost rate the bottle of Mellon a little bit. I said it at the time he signed us, because it'll be one of them moves that kind of goes down with him. It's his son. You know what I mean? Like, that is such a brave decision to recognize that your club needs goals and your club needs a presence, and you could get all strikers and you've brought in your son. There's so much pressure there off the bat, and it's hard to forget sometimes he is only 21 years old, So he needs some time to grow, but I have no doubt there is a player in there. Luke Cannon, I absolutely love. I'll be completely honest. I mean,
So
sometimes
jealous when you got him. Honestly, I was so jealous.
Sometimes it doesn't seem like he can cross the ball above knee level, but when he's when he's on it, he flies sometimes. Like he's all around midfield, and he works really, really hard. And it seems like he's got the fan base on his side, which is really important. But yeah, I think it's just our luck, because just very quickly, and then we'll move on. Like I mentioned about the Josh Hawks injury, and Josh Hawks is a player that hadn't been getting much game time up until the last 3 weeks, and in the last 3 weeks he started to fly. He got a brace against Newport, and so obviously we don't know the extent of that injury, but he could have been that creative force that we needed. So it just it's just bad timing with injuries again, a bit like Rebecca said with her injury before. It just, when you get on a roll, something always happens to set you back just that little bit, doesn't it?
Just want to say something nice, so Aaron.
Go on.
Thank you for Joe Pritchard.
You're more than welcome. Listen, I wouldn't say good friends, but I know Joe, and I know his family, and I know his circle, and he is a lovely, lovely guy. And I'll always be thankful of them 3 games that he turned up for us in the playoffs. And I remember when we released him, I was chatting to him because I knew it would have had to be somewhere local, because he just moved into the area with a young family at the time. So I knew he was going to go somewhere local. And then he messaged me like maybe a week before he signed for you, and he's like, I'm signing for Rochdale. And I was like, I went to him, you scumbag. And then I went, no, I'm only joking. I hope it goes absolutely unbelievable for you. And I know he's had a lot of bad luck with injuries, hasn't he? So hopefully he finally gets a bit of a run now, because he is a wonderful, wonderful player. Yeah.
Oh, honestly, we love him, us Dale fans. Chloe, I'm going to let you talk about the cup game midweek. But first of all, I am really, really sorry. But we do have to cover, obviously, the 1-0 loss against Notts County. Talk to us and talk to us about your season so far.
Right. Well, we'll start with Saturday. And I think if I had to sum it up, I think Darryl Clark did it best. It was very much a hard luck story. I lost count of how many shots we actually had, but we just could not find the goal at all. We just couldn't tuck them away. We had chances where we were so close as well, and it kind of became a painful one then. And then in the second half, I think Notts County's they had a shot, but it took a deflection, and then the next thing you know, it's in the net. And I'm kind of almost having the same thing again, where I'm looking over to the away fans and they're all celebrating and stuff. But that was a hard one to take. But I think there were positives to take out of that. I think there was some fight on that performance on Saturday, which was good to see, because we've not had that for a little bit. So there are like bits of that I can take away. I think as well, when you're listening to the player interviews, I think it was Luke Thomas for this week's one, and he mentioned as well about you could tell the dressing room were hurting from that result, and hearing that as well. So I think it's been a tough one. This season hasn't really panned out the way that I thought it would go, to be quite honest with you, particularly if I think back to September, where we had that unbeaten run, and I was like, okay, right now this is clicked. This is great. I remember I was on holiday and I put a post up on my story being like this and Rovers being unbeaten and a cocktail in my hand. Where's that gone?
You need to go back on holiday.
I know. That's it. Then we're packing our bags. We're going.
Get your passport.
Literally. But since it's Walsall away, where it's just gone wrong. And it's crazy to say that as well, because the first 45 minutes we were up 1-0, and I remember turning to my dad going, yeah, this is great. I was like, oh my God. And then I just don't know what happened second half. I really don't. It was very much a game of two halves. DC did do quite a strong interview, but I think those who do know Darryl Clark knows that kind of what you see is what you get with him. He is honest, and that's one of the things that I love so much about him is he is honest. He won't stand for things, he will call it out. And I think maybe it might have just been a bit too much of a brutal interview and maybe rubbed a couple of people up the wrong way. We don't know. I wouldn't say that he's as such lost the dressing room, particularly when you look at obviously Tuesday night winning a game. But it's been a tricky one, you know, now kind of setting ourselves, I think it's 8 undefeated. 8 defeated, sorry, not undefeated. God, that's wishful thinking. 8 defeated, I should say.
It's when you go on holiday, Chloe. It's when you go on holiday.
True. Very true. I am going to be booking flights to Rhodes again after the podcast. But we've kind of set ourselves a little bit of a record that isn't exactly a great one. But I think Tuesday night as well, maybe the fact that we were able to actually put the ball in the back of the net would be a positive one. But I think for me, it's positive to not see like everyone calling for the manager out. I think I'm kind of in a position where like I have a lot of love for Darryl Clark. Obviously, he is very much a Rovers legend, obviously with the back-to-back promotions that he's done. I do still think he is the right man to get us out of this rut. It's not like we have been consistently terrible all season, because we had a spell where we were good and we were winning games, but there's a lot at the moment just in terms of unsettledness that's going on with the club. And I think that is then causing a lot of unrest, because we're now seeing the fan base being divided over another topic, shall we say, where it's times like this where we really need to be a united front. And we're not being that united front because of this external issue, shall we say, that I think as well, there's probably an external factor that is kind of not helping with that situation. But so there's a lot just kind of going on with the club at the moment, and it's quite a tough time. I didn't see our season panning out like this at all. I think January will be big for us as well. I think if we can get the right people in, we can save it. But I didn't think it would turn into a bit of a story of fighting for survival rather than, you know, maybe thinking about pushing to go back up.
No, I completely agree, because even in our predictions, a lot of us had Bristol Rovers to be up there, didn't we? Or like round and about. I don't think any of us had the struggle.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I can't truly pinpoint exactly where it's gone wrong. I think we have had a couple key faces out over recent weeks, particularly in terms of those senior people. We've seen the likes of McEachran's come back in, Lapata's back on the bench. We have still got the likes of Kilgore out, and as well, Saturday we now have Southam Hales out. So having those key names out isn't great as well. Promise Omasheri up front, but I don't know. I really don't know. It's a bit tough times at the moment to be a Gasset.
I do feel like, though, with Bristol Rovers, you can never, ever write them off. Like, even in previous seasons, where you think, oh, they're struggling or they're not doing as well this season, and then you can put a run together. I'm not saying it's going to happen, because obviously you've mentioned about some of the things going on off the pitch, but it honestly wouldn't surprise me if, like, in a few months' time we're on air again and you've climbed up and up, because I feel like with Bristol Rovers and how it's been in the past, you just can never ever underestimate them as well.
No, 100%. And this is the discussion though that I have been having with people is, so we take that promotion season, for example, so whoever the Northampton fan was, cover your ears. But that promotion season, December of that season, we were bottom of the league. Exactly. I remember looking around the Mem, and it was like a ghost town. You know, yes, we did, and this isn't always going to happen, but at the time we brought in Elliot Anderson in the low market in January, who I think people have seen through his performances with Newcastle, Nottingham Forest and England, that he is very much a wonder kid. And how we brought him in, like, at that level, I really don't know. But we have proven before that we can fight back from these positions. I think the reason why maybe people aren't thinking about that at the moment is because, like you said, there are off the pitch issues that I think are causing a lot more noise around the club. We're starting to see people now talking about protests as well. And I just, it's hard because it's one of those where I can understand the perspective where they're coming from, but it's also something that we really don't need right now. Like we need to be a united force. But yes, all right, this issue, we need a voice from the owners. They do need to speak to the fans, but also we need to be a united base, get behind the team so that we can hopefully try and start picking up results so that we're not in this like similar position come around March time and we're fighting for survival.
Yeah.
No, definitely agree with that. And something a little bit more positive, though. You did get a win midweek. It's in the cup, but everyone's saying, "Oh, what's it called now? Is it the Pizza Cup? Is it this? Is it that?" But it's still a win. Wins give you confidence, don't they? Especially when you're struggling. It makes happy moments. So talk to us about that win.
Well, I mean, what do you mean? It's a massive trophy, guys. Exactly. Like, I don't know what you mean. I'm only saying that because we're still in it and Cardiff's out of it. My partner's a Cardiff fan. So I was having a field day Tuesday. But yeah, there were positives to take away from that. Obviously, it's great to finally see us score a goal or two. I forgot what it felt like. I wasn't there, but I did watch it on TV. It was a bit of a shame conceding a penalty so close to the dying end where I thought, right, we are just going to get this. And it then obviously meant that with the format of that cup now, it went straight to penalties. But all I can say is Luke Southwood is like my Lord and Savior. Like, we are so lucky he's so good with penalties because wow, honestly, just wow. Like, he was very much the standout for me. You know, he very much pushed us through till the end. But there were positives to see from that. I thought Luke Thomas had a good game as well. Luke Thomas is one of those where he's a player that I'm quite biased towards because he comes from the same area that I do, you know, and it's nice to kind of see that, you know, like on the pitch and be like, oh my God, that's someone who comes from where I come from. But on his day, he can be an absolutely class player, you know, and just with how he is and stuff and the way that he can just think of things like on the spot and just sometimes he can really be a crucial player for us. But then there's other times where he'll blow cold and then we don't see you know, that kind of skill that he's got. But thankfully, this was a day that he was blowing hot and he did well for us and stuff. And it was good to see, obviously, Harrison get back on the score sheet, both of a penalty and then, obviously, a goal from open play. So, yeah, there were positives to take away from that. Obviously, happy to still be in the cup. I think it's one of those that it gives us that little bit of a boost after what has been quite an awful run for us. So I'm just hoping that gives the team a bit of momentum going into Saturday. Obviously, we've got Port Vale away in the cup. I won't be there, but I will be keeping an eye on it. So who knows? Maybe this means we've turned a corner. I really don't know. But it was a nice kind of bit of positivity in between what's been quite a negative time for us recently. I did kind of forget what it felt like to win a game. I kind of had to, like, you know, kind of step myself back and a message back going like, oh my God, we've won a game. What is this feeling? It's crazy. But yeah, so who knows, really? I really hope that we can pull out of this kind of like rut that we found ourselves in. You know, no one ever wants to see their team stuck in this rut. No. I think we'll be okay. Realistically, I don't think we will go down this season. Obviously, I feel like this is going to get clipped if we go down now. So no one clip this, please.
I won't clip it.
But yeah, I don't know. I think with being a Rovers fan, there's ups and downs with it, really. But Tuesday night at least was a nice little kind of sprinkle of positivity.
I love that. And just on that, I feel like there is worse. I don't want to jinx you, by the way. I feel like there is worse teams in the league, to be honest.
Yeah,
we can definitely name one of them because they're already down now, I think, to be honest.
That being I can't like you always smash them.
I can't say much. They beat us.
If Newport stay up this season, I'll start walking. Let me tell you that.
Aaron, I love you. You're one of my favourite people ever, honestly.
We did just narrowly beat them, so who knows actually with Newport? You never know. We were winning comfortably, and then all of a sudden they start coming back, and I'm like, what's going on here?
You've got 12 points, haven't they, or something?
Yeah, something like that, I think.
I
Yeah.
mean, they got 3 off us. Not that ambitious.
But it was just a blip, Rebecca. Onwards and upwards now. You're going to get the playoffs, remember, for your prediction, Rebecca. Go on,
I
Aki.
don't know how it's going to happen, but it will.
Aki, my new adopted League 2 team, they're lending us the pitch for 2 games. I'll support him.
I swear on my life, if Oldham and Aki manage to go on a mad run and it's an Oldham Aki playoff final and Becca beats us again, I'm quitting this podcast for next season. I'm just putting out there. Just
Don't be like that. Are you making it now? Because a few minutes ago, you were apparently going to croak it on the podcast. And you're staying with us.
if Oldham get to the playoff final again, I'll make it. Don't worry.
Risen
Do
from
you
the
like how I
dead.
just got to say again? That's a nice
know.
feeling, isn't it?
We've been in the playoffs too. We're just not very good when we're in the playoffs. Anyway, it's not a
We're the only
non-league show
team
now, Aaron. Sorry,
I
Rebecca.
believe if my stats are, we're the only team that hasn't been to the new Wembley in like the
Think
whole
so.
of the 90s.
Yeah, we were the only ones holding your hand at the time, I think.
Yeah, and then you made it. It's just us left.
Chris said as well, he forgot to ask. We were actually playing our 2 games at Accrington. Rebecca's kindly let us, not Accrington, Rebecca has. Me and Rebecca are such great friends. She was like, Charlotte, you can play at Aki. Spoiler alert, everyone. But someone we've not heard from yet, Dreety.
Hello.
At the bottom, is quiet over here. Not been able to get a word in edgeways. Any you want to talk about on here?
Can I
You
just
don't
say
have
first
to.
off? No, can I just
Oh,
say
what we're doing,
first
I'm
off?
stopping everyone.
Oh, I don't know
wrong.
what you just did then. Not freaked out.
No. Sorry, Aaron.
Now I'm at the top.
It's to stop me from quitting, Aaron. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's separating me, and then we've got 2 people between us.
Yeah, they've started fighting. Keep them apart.
Well, okay. I'll say first off, Aaron, you know I love you, but I really wanted Aki to win. They're kind of like
Fair
the
enough.
third, fourth, fifth, whatever team they are now. I've got Rebecca tells me everything about Aki, so I kind of know all the players like they're my own players. So yeah, wanted that.
And she's a top Dale fan
Someone
as
has to be the
well.
pantomime villain of this podcast, and I don't mind doing it.
She loves Ryan East.
Yes, that's it. There we go. I just need to pick a player from each team now, and then I'll be sorted.
Yeah.
Michael Mellon at Oldham. There you go, Aaron.
There we
Sorted.
go.
There we go. I just need a Bristol Rovers player now, Chloe. You need to give me one, but we'll sort that out. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll sort that off the pod.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The Salford Crawley one. Like that's a
Yes.
good win for Salford. Jesus Christ! Like I think were they? I'm gonna get this wrong. I know them. Were Salford winning and then Crawley came back and then they won in the last minute? I want to say that happened, but I don't know. I have no idea. You can tell I'm not really paying attention to League 2 anymore because we're not in League 2 anymore, are we? So there we go. But
I
yeah,
love how you
good
got
win.
that in.
Of course I had to. Yeah, I'd say that's probably the standout. I think I want to say Walsall, but we all know what happened last season, so I don't want to give them too much. Do you know, like they're there, but God knows they were saying, "Oh, we want league last year by like Christmas." Who knows might happen this year? Who knows? But yeah, I'd say them two my standouts.
Aaron, any on here you want to speak about?
I want to touch upon Crewe a little bit because when Crewe came to Boundary Park and we drew 0-0 with them like 3 weeks ago, I don't think it should have been an exaggeration to say on another day we would have been 4-0 down. I think Crewe's squad is, on its day, it's unbelievable. And they started off really strongly, didn't they? And they've gone on a bit of a slide in recent weeks. And it really surprises me because I think they've got talent all the way through the ranks. So obviously that's not the greatest result for Crewe. I mean, obviously big result for Cambridge, of course. But that surprised me a little bit. I mean, what else have we got? I think it's always good to talk about an entertaining draw like a 3-3. I think obviously Shrewsbury will take a massive amount of confidence from that, you would imagine. being, in and around them dreaded spots. Obviously, MK Dons winning again, unfortunately. Hopefully we can upset the apple cart on Saturday and dump them out the FA Cup. That would be nice. But yeah, I think everything else is pretty bog standard. I mean, you've got Chesterfield is a bit of a weird one as well, isn't it? Because I'm kind of, we're almost a third, maybe a third into the season now, right? And obviously they're only a point off the playoffs. I get that, but when I think of Chesterfield, I almost think of like Moore. You know what I mean? I expect them to be around them, maybe automatic discussions, especially with the apparent budget that they always have, and the owners behind them. So it's just been a bit of an underwhelming season from Chesterfield, maybe. But obviously we're only a third into it. Like Claire would say, because she's not here tonight. You can't call anything on a league table or results really up until the other side of Christmas, and I still believe that. So obviously it's so early, but yeah, they're the couple for me, I think.
Do you know what, though? With Chesterfield and obviously their situation, I feel like they do deserve a lot of credit because they've lost, obviously, the chairman, didn't they? Not that long ago. And for them to still be doing reasonably well, I'm sure they're still in the playoffs, to be fair. Or they're just outside the playoffs. But to say the heartbreak that they've had, obviously, going on off the pitch and the big changes, the sad news, I feel like sometimes it can really, really play a big part with everybody, can't it? Like the whole of your backroom staff, the whole team, everybody that knew him, the whole fan base as well. It can be really, really heavy on that. So I think they are doing very, very well considering what has happened to them. Similar to obviously what happened with Radcliffe as well. Was it last season or the season before with their chairman? It's such sad news, isn't it? So I just did want to mention that one. Rebecca, any on here that stand out to you?
I mean, Tranmere's win against Grimsby. Although
just because you like Tranmere.
It's one of their players. I don't like Tranmere themselves, but Charlie Whittaker was on the score sheet.
That all their players after last season.
Best mates. No, it was a very decent win for them. Bit annoying from our perspective with it, a draw or a loss would have benefited us a bit better. I think we'd have jumped above them, but it's one of them. Sorry to bring it up again. We got the win, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, Charlie Whittaker scoring for Tranmere were great. He's been on quite good scoring form at the minute, and it's really good to see after he was let go by Notts County last season. So yeah, it's really good and a great goal as well. Charlie Whittaker. Not just Tranmere.
I can't wait till the Tranmere fan comes on and be like, "Get my team out of your mouth," but in more of a Tranmere accent, not like the Cockney. What I tried doing. Try going all EastEnders then. Even though Tranmere's not.
I think another one would be Harrogate getting a draw at Barnet. They've been struggling quite a bit of Harrogate. Can't say too much because we played them on Tuesday, and that will be massive for us. Played them twice in 1 month. Fun. But yeah, I thought that was a strong point for them and quite a decent one. It was quite an interesting weekend for results. One thing I do want to mention, although Chesterfield did lose 5-1 to Doncaster, Luke Butterfield was back from 3 months out after, I think he made his debut with Chesterfield and broke his ankle. He returned back to full strength and played for Chesterfield on Tuesday against Doncaster. So I thought the result wasn't great, but a standout for him being back.
Yeah, definitely. Chloe, any on here you want to give a mention to?
I think the Newport one for me. Obviously the wait for them now goes on to get a league win at home. Particularly I think it would have been a bit of a sickler because I believe Barrows scored within the 90-something minute to obviously equalise the game. So I think Newport, I feel like the writing's been on the wall for a little, like for them now for a couple seasons. And I've said a few times now to like family and friends when discussing football and this, that and the other. And I think it is maybe their season to go down. I think they've kind of flirted sometimes with relegation and maybe it is just their time to go down. But I think particularly that one stands out because just as you thought maybe they could get their first home win of the season, again, it's then obviously taken away from them and they dropped 2 points and have already come away with a point. And now, as we mentioned earlier, sitting on 12 points at the bottom. I don't know. But yeah, that's one. I think that's the one for me that sticks out the most.
I can't.
Definitely. Go on, sorry.
I can't say, and I'm not just saying this because, we're having a laugh, but I can't say I have much sympathy for Newport or teams that go from a novice manager that doesn't work to then go and you sack a novice manager to then bring in a novice manager. Yeah. Surely, if you sack a novice manager and you find yourself in the mirror, like you've got to go for an experienced head. That's what that's what we did when we got rid of David Unsworth. We tried to do the young up and coming manager approach. It didn't work. We nearly got relegated out the national. Well, we were 18th in the National League when we sacked David Unsworth. We actually used our brain, brought Mickey Mellon in, and the rest was history. I just don't understand. I get it. You want to give coaches a pathway, and I've spoken passionately on this podcast about doing that for, coaches, young coaches, but it doesn't make sense. If you're going to sack a novice manager, surely if it doesn't go right, you've got to get the next one to be experienced.
No, definitely. That's exactly what I was going to say as well. And I feel like when you are struggling near the bottom, and similar to when we was in this position and we got relegated from League Two, obviously to the National League, your likes of Newport, your likes of Harrogate, they were actually leading. And it's the fact they cannot hold on to a lead no matter what they're doing. And especially with Newport, as we mentioned, as you mentioned as well, Chloe, they have been flirting a lot with relegation in previous seasons. And I think that does tie in really well to what you were saying, Aaron. And I know we spoke about it on last week's podcast, where you would have expected them to bring in someone with a little bit of experience or somebody who knows Newport and can kind of stabilise it that way if you weren't going to necessarily go with the experience side of it, just somebody who knows that club from top to bottom, who can try and get the best out of these players. But yeah, I know it's still obviously only December, but when you're looking now at the league table, which I will put on, and it's like the goal difference as well. They've got a minus 15 goal difference. It isn't obviously the worst in the league, but when you are 5 points off safety, it's not very good, is it? Not very good at all. And I feel like a lot of us in our predictions as well had Harrogate and Newport, didn't we? To obviously struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So just looking at the League Two table now, we will move on. So top of the table, we do have Walsall on 35 points. And then Swindon Town is second. I do want to give a mention to them as well. Very, very good win. Obviously, Uncle Nick isn't on tonight, but they are doing very, very well, aren't they, Swindon? Second in the table with 34 points. Milton Keynes Dons, everyone in the chat will go for me now. They are third on 32 points. I know. Notts County are fourth on 31 points. Bromley, another club that we did speak a lot about last week, doing very, very well. Very, very well, aren't they? In fifth place on 30 points. If there is any Bromley fans, we did go into detail quite a lot last week on last week's show. So we said all good things about you if anybody is watching. Go and check that out on our channel. 6 at Cambridge as well. I feel like we not gave Cambridge a mention. 29 points. They are 6th. Salford City are 7th on 29 points. And in the relegation zone, Harrogate Town are 23rd on 16 points, and Newport County are bottom of League Two on 12 points. That doesn't matter, Luke. Do not worry, because they were top for a very long time last season. We now know how that panned out because they're still in League Two, bless them. But yeah, Cambridge as well doing very well.
Yeah. I was just going to mention Cambridge.
Yeah.
It is one of them where I think with the likes of it's the same with like your Walsall, your Swindon, your MK Dons performing as they are. And with like your Bromley being in 5th, which is a brilliant achievement for them, I feel as though they're kind of, your Cambridge is kind of like sliding under because they are picking up these results. They are putting in these performances, and they have just seemed to
gone under the radar, haven't they?
Yeah. With just steadily making their way up and just chipping at it. And I do feel as though they are going to be, if they can keep it up, that is a very strong contender for playoffs.
100%. I feel like as well, Rebecca, I don't know if you agree, but there's always that one team who quietly go along the business, no one's really talking about, and then obviously you kind of see them towards the back end of the season, and you're like, I never even noticed they were there. It's just crazy because there's so many other teams people are focused on, obviously so many other players, and then obviously you've got the likes of the story at Swindon where the ownership they're still not happy with, but then they're in second place. You've obviously got the story from last season with Walsall, will they make it, will they won't. Milton Keynes Dons, obviously very, very big budget they've had this season, signing like great players as well, but the other teams you've not really mentioned, and you like to Cambridge, so I'm in complete agreement with that. Really, really am, and obviously Bromley as well. But we will go on to League One. Drita, do you want to go first?
Can do. I don't mind.
I thought you'd be like, no.
No, we actually won this one, so I'm okay for a bit.
Yes.
And then we'll see about Tuesday. But we actually won, which can't believe it, genuinely. First win since, I want to say September. Back end of September, I think it is. First win since then. So we've had draws, we've had a few losses, but finally 3 points. Thank the Lord. At home, so obviously I know, literally. At home as well. So our fans were, honestly, it was the best atmosphere ever. We had so many chances in the first half. Like Exeter, they weren't a bad side, I'll be honest. They were not a bad side at all. It was just that we were able to just find little pockets and then just be able to just do magic, and that was it. After 20 minutes, I want to say, Joe Wright, who he's class, honestly. If you don't know Joe Wright, get to know Joe Wright. He was playing in Scotland last season. I want to say for Kilmarnock. I could be wrong. I think it is Kilmarnock. What a player. If you see him play, he literally, right, if a ball comes towards him, he don't kick it, he just heads it, and he'll go down to whatever level the ball is well and head it. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, but I absolutely love it. But yeah, he got on the score sheet. Actually, he used his foot for this one, not his head, so there we go. But we had so many like positive spells, especially on our right hand side. Josh Nerfield, who we got from Wimbledon, what a player he is. Like, he's rapid, he's just able to cut inside, he just like does a false dummy and then like makes a fool of players. It's quite funny actually, watching him play.
Reminds Vicky and Hayes.
Literally, that's it. And yeah, it was a good game in terms of finally we got a win type thing. The performance was a bit hit and miss throughout the game. I don't know what is happening with us at the minute. It's like sometimes we play really well and sometimes it's just like, what are you doing? Like, you know how to play football.
You still got the win, no. You still got the win.
That's true.
That's a sign of a good team, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're playing like that. You're not playing the best, but somehow win. We
somehow got the win. And I was speaking to a few of like my friends and my dad's friends who are City fans, and we're all just like, the performance wasn't was what it could be, like what we were at the start of the season, but we got the win, so it's fine. Sam Walker, honestly, plaudits go to him. My word, what a player he is. And people were saying he's not going to do a good job in League One. He literally kept us in that game, because if it wasn't for him, probably about 20 minutes before end, they could have easily scored 2 or 3 goals. But he made some ridiculous saves, and I was like, thank the Lord we have him as a player. Thank God. But we are still 3rd, so I will take it. If you told me at the start of the season would be 3rd, I wouldn't have believed you. I'd be like, are you joking? I would have honestly said like mid-table. Genuinely, I would have said like 13th. So it's back with 3rd. It's mental, and I think especially in the league, it's something that we want to focus on this season. Now we're out of all the cups. I will go on to that. We are out of every single cup competition now. I think our main focus will be the league and just try and do as best we can. I don't think we're going to win league. There's no chance in that. I'll be honest. There's no chance. I think playoffs is very I'm going to say optimistic for us. I want to say that because I do think we do have a chance because we have beaten some big teams already this season. Huddersfield, Luton, Stockport, Cardiff. We've beaten them teams. So I think it could be on for us. I think out of all the promoted sides as well, I think a lot of people were shocked at how well we did start. And I think, obviously, like I said about performance, it's just like the players who we've got. We've had a few injuries. That's a big issue for us at the minute. It's just the players coming in, they're not really fitting with the rest of the squad. And it's just like trying to make sure everyone fits perfectly. It's kind of what happened on Tuesday. I'll go straight into Tuesday. It's fine. We did lose 3-0 against Bolton. We only played them the other day as well, and we drew 0-0 with them, so God knows what happened. But the team sheet was something I've never seen before. We had George Lapsley, at right wing back. He is a midfielder / like.
Yeah, I thought that. That's why I looked really confused.
And I was just like, why are we playing him? And we had Josh Nerfill on the bench, which I was just a bit like, why didn't we just play him from the start? Why are we playing George Lapsley? Brad Halliday wasn't in the team at all. So I was a bit like, okay, that's not right. Something's going on here. But it was just from team selection. It wasn't injury or anything. And getting the team tree up. And we had Jensen Metcalf. Obviously, Rebecca knows a lot about him. He was phenomenal. Like, honestly, he was our best player. And I'm not just saying it because she's here. He was our best player on Tuesday. Thank you very much. And like according to this, we had a back five. I don't know what we had, genuinely, because it was just a bit of a mess. I don't know what happened. Yeah, it was just like
you pull names out of a hat. You can go there. You can go there.
It was odd, but like we just didn't start that strong, to be honest with you. Bobby Poynton had a few chances. Stephen Humphries had a few chances. Tommy Lee had a few chances, and it just didn't happen. And then Bolton doubled the lead before half time, and I was just thinking, for God's sake, like, just put us out of our misery, just score more. They could have easily scored like 6 or 7. Genuinely, they could have scored more, but yeah, it is what it is with the cup. I know I said a few weeks ago that I'd love for us to get to final because we've been in semi-final twice in this cup competition past 2 seasons, but it is fine. I will let someone else go to the semis and enjoy it because that game was too stressful for me. I don't know what happened in that game, but you can tell as well, like Graham did his pre-match press conference yesterday for Saturday, and he was just like, you could tell that he just wants this club to do well, and he wants like to put everyone first, whether players, whoever. He knows, like, obviously the fan base, we take quite a few down to different games up and down the country. He just wants to make sure that he's doing the right thing. And obviously sometimes we disagree with some of his team selection, but I really hope that Saturday is the next opportunity that we can have to crack on with the league. And even if we get a draw against Plymouth, and I know what's going to happen, we're on Sky as well, so I'm a bit worried with that as well. We are missing Bobby Poynton because he is suspended, but they're missing, what's the blooming name? The striker, what's his name? Aaron, you help me out. What's his name? I've forgotten his name.
Who for Plymouth?
Yeah.
Talaj.
That one, no. That's it.
Yeah.
He was sent off one day against Northampton, I think it was. I think so. So he's not playing. So that's a positive for us because
he's a good player him as well. Yeah. He's very good. From what he's done going from non-league and worked his way up, and he's still, even though Plymouth aren't doing very well this season, he is like that bright spark of that Plymouth squad, isn't he?
So I'm so glad that he's not playing because it actually gives us a little bit of hope. I would love to see what like front three we do on Saturday, because in my ideal world I would love Stephen Humphries on the wing somewhere, Will Swan on the other side, and Andy Cook in the middle. And I've said this before, and I like that because I want to see that. We've never played like that. We've played either Jensen up there, or we've played George up there, we've played Anthony Sarcevic up there. I don't know what we've played. We've played a lot, but I would love to see that because there's been so many conversations. Obviously, I spoke about it last week as well about Andy Cook. He's on the bench, and he's one of those players that if you bring him on, he will do something. Like, if you get the right service to him, he will do something. Definitely. And a lot of our fans are saying, no, send him off in January. And I'm like, absolutely not. What the hell are you on about? What?
We'll take Andy Cook if you want.
No, I got in there last week when you didn't want to come on last week. I've already said to Drita, we'll take him.
True. That
Thank
is very
you.
true. She has said that, very true. But I don't want him to leave. I want him to stay because I really like him, and it's not just based on like favoritism or anything. Hello, David, again. Jesus Christ, we're back with the names again. Brilliant. Yeah. There we go. He said it right. I know he said it right.
Hey!
It's a miracle. It's
Wow.
a miracle.
It's a
Christmas miracle. Did we just say that at the same time then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is
you did.
mad.
You did. But yeah, I want Andy Cook to stay. There's a few players who I do think will go out in January, which I do not want to go, but we will see who actually goes, who doesn't. I just think we need to bring a few people in to cover for the certain players who are injured. I think I'm just double checking this. Lewis Richards went off injured during the game, which is a shame because he has only just come back from an injury and he's having a scan on a hamstring issue. So it's different from what he had last season. So we'll have to see how long that's going to be. And then Joe Wright as well. He went off, I think, late in the second half on Tuesday and he had a knock, but it should be fine for him, hopefully, fingers crossed. But we are missing a lot of defenders at the minute. So it's like, I think that's where we need to strengthen more than anything. There's no point getting rid of like an Andy Cook or something because we might need the strikers later on. But I think we do need to bring in a few defenders because we only got one loan player, which is Tom McIntyre from Portsmouth. So I think if we have decent loans, especially like last season, we had some decent loans in January and then look what happened, we got promoted. So I think if we build correctly in January, I think we'll be okay. But it is just a blip. A lot of our fans are getting worried and I'm just like, are you joking me? We are third in the league. What is wrong with you? Like, we've literally just got promoted. We're third in league. Calm down. But some of them are like me saying it's just a blip. We're only in December. Like, we've got the Christmas period to play. I know, Chloe, you said, was it Chloe or was it Rebecca? One of you said that you played a team twice in the same month. We've got Port Vale twice in the same month. So that's going to be fun. Thank you. There we go, Rebecca. Thank you. So that's going to be fun because another team who's struggling. And I think a lot of our fans are like, the fixtures that we've got coming up, the few teams who are struggling, you Plymouth, you Port Vales, it could work in our favour. It just depends what team we put out. But we've got a good squad, good manager, good backroom team, everything. It's just I hope we're around that point come January, like top half-ish, and then I'll be fine. But I'm not stressing about it, but a lot of our fans are, and that's the issue. And there's like a bit of a divide in the fan base now of like, we should be progressing because we've done so well at the start of the season, but we are well enough at third that like it's, you take back and like, that's pretty good, you know? So yeah.
I think it's a problem now that football wide in terms of with social, because Oldham are experiencing it a lot because of the way we went up last year, and you know we've got the good ownership. People are thinking that because we're probably one of the historically bigger teams in League Two, they think we can go up again. And like I'm a big believer in this. You can do it too quickly, you know, and like the expectations of football clubs can now not match the expectations of fans, but not. My problem is not the expectation of fans. My problem is the expectation of social media fans. I think social media fans and actual fans that go to games are completely different. Like, you know, it's just over dramatized all the time, isn't it? So I find it really interesting that you make that point because we're seeing the same. Like, you know, people might call me a happy clubber, but I'd be completely happy with a mid-table finish in League Two and a bit of a cup run if we can get that. But people are thinking because of the quality in League Two, and maybe the quality in League One is the same, it's not the best. Maybe we can push on again, and maybe this might be our chance. But I don't see it like that. I'm just happy to be back in the league, I guess. You know. But yeah.
I mean, 4 years' time, mate, we're getting Champions League. I'm joking.
You need to stop playing FIFA.
I'm really bad at FIFA. I get stressed out. My family call me because we always have a tournament at Christmas. I get called the button basher because I panic.
No, I do the same. I can relate with that. The last time I tried playing, I just started pressing every single button. Like, worst I was playing against was even like, I'm not going to do anything. I'll let you just score. And I was just bashing all the buttons and I still couldn't score.
Honestly, it's like with me, it's so bad when my 6-year-old and my 10-year-old little boys are like, Mummy, we'll let you score. We'll score an own goal. I'm like, don't even score an own goal for me. That's even worse. As much as it's lovely you doing that for me, don't do that for me. But yeah, by the way, for anybody who has just tuned in, I do realise Rochdale are never going to get Champions League, especially in 4 years. It was a joke because somebody probably will clip that. Probably be Aaron.
I don't think you get it in 400 years, never mind 4 years.
Mate,
Oh.
400 years. 400 years I'll be a goner anyway, so I hope some Rochdale fan in 400 years enjoys that Champions League. Window will still be playing. Right, League One results. Chloe, I'm going to come to you first. Any on here you want to speak about or give a mention to?
I think it has to be Cardiff. So I now know, and I joke about this a lot because I now know quite a lot about Cardiff almost against my own will because of my partner. And I'm actually, I hate to admit it, but I am going to the CCS on Saturday, but that's because this was a rescheduled birthday present for my partner. But no, Cardiff, I think, you know, realistically, what a season they're having. I think obviously, you know, off the back of last season with Omar Rizza and obviously sacking him, they had a Ramsey interim, and then they've obviously brought in BBM, Brian Barry Murphy, and I think what he's brought in with the squad, and you know, he's very much focused on the youth, and it's brilliant to see that paying off because I feel like relying very much on the youth can be a bit of a risk, but it's brilliant to see that it has paid off. For them, obviously this win as well took them back to the top of League One. I think this was also their like first home game in like well over a month or something. I want to say it was like the 18th of October or something. They were last at home. Yeah, exactly. So I think for them that was a really good result to see. And as well, I think a lot of people maybe underestimated them when they did go down last season. For them was very much a struggle. They were really rather poor, but they've done a lot better than what I think people maybe put them as in terms of predictions. I saw a lot of people saying 10th. Even I said 10th to my partner, you know, and look at them and they're up near the top. So I think it's good to see them running and flying, and particularly although Tuesday night to kind of bring it back to everyone's favourite, the Virtue Trophy, they did go on to lose 5-1, and I had a field day in mocking my partner about it. I think he'd said to me earlier, the average age of that squad that they put out on Tuesday was 20, which is absolutely just insane. Like, it's crazy to me. But I think what Brian Barry Murphy is driving there, I think it is something that could be really special. Obviously, how then that would hold up should they go back up into the Championship, I don't know. But it's good to see that working in League One for them. You know, they are a big club. I would class them as a kind of as a Championship club. But I think it's brilliant to see what they've brought in and how he's been able to kind of pick up and run with them with the structure that he's brought in. Obviously, they've got names like Callum Robinson as well there. I think it's brilliant. And you're seeing some really standout players. The Colwell brothers stand out for me. I think Ruben might now be out injured, if I'm correct in thinking, but both of them do stand out to me in terms of their performances so far in the season. So yeah, Cardiff's the one for me that really stands out because I now know a little bit too much about them for a Rovers fan liking.
I love it. Rebecca, anyone here you want to give a mention to?
I have a few. I do apologise.
You go, Bill.
A team I want to quickly talk about is Burton.
Yeah.
I feel as though they have been so up and down recently. They get some incredible results and then lose 4-0 to Leyton Orient. It's one of them. They are such an odd team at the minute, but I feel as though it's like the inconsistency that's doing them. Like they have been able to pull away a bit, but it's one of them. It's like you're just looking at it of there's quite a few matches where you're like, right, if they could have just got that run together, they'd be all right. But yeah, they're
so
a bit
inconsistent, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a bit of an iffy team at the minute. Another one would be Blackpool. I mean, a big loss for them. And you do start worrying for them at the moment. They are struggling to be able to get a win. And then, I mean, a huge 3 points for Reading, helping to pull them just slightly away from them as well.
Yeah.
And then again, another team is Port Vale. I mean, a 1-0 loss to quite a high-flying Lincoln at the minute. I feel like Lincoln just became my adopted pod team.
I was going to say, you do have a bit of a soft spot for Lincoln, don't you?
Originally, it was Ethan Hamilton, but he's now at Dundee, but I just seem to have a soft spot for Lincoln.
I love it.
But yeah, I mean, they're in, are they like 4th now, I think, Lincoln? So it's one of them. They're one of these teams that are always there and thereabouts in this half season for playoffs and automatics or whichever. But then as the season goes on, they'll finish 8th. And that's always just seemed to be the thing with them in recent seasons.
Yeah.
But Port Vale, bottom of the league. They've not been able to get a win, I think, in the last 4 league games. They did get a 5-0 win against Barnsley on Tuesday. So it's one of them. When you look at the cup, if what we've said, it could be their turning point. You never know. But hopefully that can give them a bit of a positive boost. But the Scottish is coming through there. But yeah, it will be quite an interesting one. I do feel as though like the bottom of League One, like you said earlier, Sean, it is so close already. And one win can pull anyone away from it. I mean, Peterborough, I didn't really expect them to be where they are. I mean, it's one of them, again, such an up and down team that are quite inconsistent, but they have got Ben Woods who can score a wonder goal. So hopefully things work out for them. But no,
Peterborough making a second half charge for the playoffs. Come on, the boys.
You heard it.
Come on, the boys.
They got some good points, though, to be fair, recently, Peterborough, because they were quite far adrift, and I know Doncaster beat them, but since it's Luke Williams and who's come in.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Yeah.
I had to think that, because it's been, I said it last week, because there seems to have been, especially in League One, a lot of manager rotations. I can't remember who's where. But yeah, since he's come in, they seem to be picking up points or just losing by like fine margins, apart from the cup, obviously, where Swindon, I think, did beat them, if I'm right in saying. I think Swindon battered them, to be fair. I hope I didn't dream. They did, didn't they? Surely I've not dreamt that.
I think they did. But yeah, it's quite an exciting league, is League One.
It is, honestly. I feel like I'm saying it in every single league at the minute this year, like from the non-league to obviously the EFL. Everywhere is just really, really tight. It really is. Aaron, anyone here you want to give a mention to?
Well, before I go into it, I need you to catch me up. Well, I'll say it first, and then if we've had a chat last week when I wasn't here, I'll move on to something else. And this hurts my chest a little bit because I have been so passionate about the pathway for young managers and young English coaches. But are we on Tom Cleverley watch yet or not? Because
definitely, as soon as Derek Adams came in as director of football, it was like, Jenny even put it in our group chat. She was like, he will be manager soon. And I honestly think that will happen. I genuinely think it will.
There's just no indication that the rot's going to stop at the minute. I mean, they've conceded 31 goals this side of Christmas. Like, that's really, really bad, isn't it? And like, I've watched a few highlights and I almost kind of admire Cleverley in a way because he has if you've seen Plymouth play this year, he has a very regimented way that he wants to play football and he won't break away from that mold. And, you know, if he believes it works and if that's what he's going to go in on his very, very young early coaching career and it works somewhere else, then great. But the best managers are the ones that can adapt, and I've not seen any adaptability from him in games yet, and that would be a worry for me, you know. But what else? I mean,
I'd like to know Jamie's thoughts as well on the situation. Obviously, Jamie in the chat, what are your thoughts on Cleverly too? Sorry, Aaron. I just like to know fans' thoughts too.
It's all right. It's all right. Like Stockport as well. I think like we have to touch on Stockport for our Claire. Obviously, you know, no winning free now, is it for them? You know, I think did they lose 2 on the spin as well? So, you know, I know she has, and a lot of Stockport fans have quite high standards of Stockport because of what they've done in the last. See, that's my magic trick. That I say a name and she just appears.
Please say Sergio Ramos. Say Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos. The pins in the chat. No, I'm only joking.
So obviously, like, you know, I wouldn't say they're on like a slide, but they're on a bit of a rough 3 or 4 games now. So it'd be interesting if Claire is here. If she's going to put a match report in, like, I would be interested to get her thoughts, of course. But yeah, like you say, just
in Claire we trust.
Well, like you say, it's just a very, very topsy-turvy, up and down, everyone can beat everyone league this year, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm so sorry, that really made me laugh. We believe in Claire, Jess. Claire we trust.
That's very short and sweet for you, Claire, that.
It is, yeah. So we battered Barnsley but couldn't score. Good boost for a late point. And she's put as well, so worried about the number of players out. Seems to be an ongoing thing for a lot of teams at the minute, doesn't it? The injuries.
Yeah, sorry. I got distracted.
It's like for Rabbit and Peppa Pig. It's too many jobs.
I forgot, somebody needs to take control of this podcast.
I know that should be me, but it's not. Really quickly, Claire has mentioned Ollie Norwood is basically 2 players as well. That is true. Ollie Norwood, we spoke about it so many times on this pod. What a player, and a really, really big miss, obviously, for Stockport. And just on, obviously, the Plymouth situation, I did ask Jamie his thoughts on Tom Cleverley, and he has put, I think they should sack him. We haven't got a point after conceding first this season, and I think we are going to go down. And also on that, while I'm talking about it, Sean did send in his match report. He has been waiting very patiently, so I will read it out. So this is from the Northampton perspective. So he's put Plymouth away. It took until the 58th minute for the first goal to go in through Tom Eaves. And then Lauren Tarat, can't say his name now. Lauren Tarat decided to swing an elbow at Michael Forbes in the 65th minute. God knows what came out of my bloody mouth then. Oh, wow. 10 minutes later, Elliot Liss made it 2. And then 4 minutes later, Jordan Willis made it 3. Pieface must have enjoyed his soggy pass. I made sure I got that right, Ben. I had to double squint. Bloody I was like, make sure I read that one out right.
Can I just ask Sean who Northampton have in the FA Cup this weekend? Oh wait, sorry.
Claire put as well, Plymouth could turn it around if he played us every week. And speaking of cups, Sean did post his match report. Let's make sure I get it right this time. So Wickham at home, Pizza Cup. Kyle Edwards put us 1-0 up in the 26th minute, and then in the 40th minute, Tyrese Forner made it 2-0, and then we just parked the bus for 50 minutes. 2 positives reports. I'm happy, I know. I can't believe 2 positive reports.
Up the cobble.
2. Wow. They're having a fairly good season, to be fair, in Northampton. I'll give them that.
You know what? They
Because
started
last
off slow, and I thought it was going to be another case of
Yeah.
another novice manager kind of struggling, but he's cutting his teeth for it as well, isn't he, Nolan? And yeah, he looks good. He looks comfortable in his surroundings, you know.
Claire. And she's back. Love it.
Don't say that wrong, Chloe. It's the only thing that they can win.
Yeah, it's a massive trophy, guys. What do you mean? Huge. God.
I'd actually do anything to be in it right now. We've got the bloody National League Cup. That's just a copy of it. That's the Timu version.
It's literally the equivalent of each other, isn't it?
Mine's the Timu version. Honestly, I love Timu, by the way. If Timu are watching, please let us have a sponsorship deal. I will spend my free credits very, very wisely.
If you want me, Shah, because I'm such a good person, I can always come back to your next National League Cup game so you can get out of it. You know what I mean?
I think we're already out of it, aren't we?
Are you already out? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we are. Do you
I
know
know
what? I don't even know.
Beat us. You beat Everton under 21s. I know that one.
We did.
Because I have a thing.
Podcast Wembley Day out. Claire
I have a
wants.
thing, right? Well, like I've watched 2 Rochdale games this year in the flesh, and Rochdale have lost them both. So they call me
Top Dale
double
fan.
agent disking. That's what they call me, double agent disking.
Whatever. He just wants to see Hendo.
I tell you what, if we sign Hendo in January, we're in trouble. Let me tell you.
You're never. I will remove you by disking.
Drama.
Wow.
Right,
Wow.
Shah, you're gonna have to split you two up now because there's gonna be a scrap here, boys.
Trust me.
I'll remember
split him
that.
up right off my bloody screen.
I'll remember that.
All of us
Oh,
on
there
one
we go.
side and Aaron just on over.
I've even split Rebecca and Aaron up because of obviously the win Rebecca got.
I'm just scrapping everyone. Who wants it? Who wants it?
No,
the
you're
acting.
like the old Wilson Raider over here. We will have to move on, to be fair. We get
Oh
to be
my
talking
God.
that much.
We've got a whole other league to cover yet.
Honestly, if anybody wanted a serious podcast where we talk a lot of sense about football, do not come on here because you won't get that. You really won't. You'll have a laugh, but yeah, I don't speak sense. League One table. So top of the table, we have Cardiff City on 32 points. Stevenage are absolutely smashing it. We did spend a little bit of time last week talking about them, but they are second on 31 points. Bradford City are third, Rita, whoop whoop, on 31 points. Lincoln City, Rebecca. I know you like them.
I've got too many teams as it is. I don't need a fourth.
They are fourth on 31 points. Stockport County, for our Claire in the chat, they are fifth on 29 points. And Bolton Wanderers are sixth on 28 points. And in the relegation zone, we have Peterborough United, who are 21st on 16 points.
Come on.
22nd on 16 points. Plymouth Argyle are 23rd on 16 points. And Port Vale, we've not seen Dylan in a while, may I add in the chat. We've not, since they've been bottom, but yes, they are bottom on 14 points. And
The comeback song for Port Vale.
yes.
Cal John. I don't know what he'll do, but Port Vale are on the
He'll do something.
He might score. He could do it.
Yeah. Yeah, literally, especially this one. The other shows, you might get a little bit. You might get a little bit of football, but not
Basically,
this one.
what you guys don't know is before the podcast started, me and Shah got together and we thought, what's a way to give Chloe a good initiation? And we thought, let's kick off with each other on the podcast.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
let her break it up. That's what we're doing, you know what I mean?
Definitely. Oh, I can never kick off for you, Aaron. I just remove you.
You don't want the smoke.
Do you remember that time you froze?
Oh my God, that was brilliant.
Teresa. Right, Chloe. If Fro's live on air, can I thank if you are late, Oldham, freeze. Like that.
10 out of 10.
I'm so petty.
no.
I'm so
You know
petty.
what, right, Chloe? We were good friends before this podcast. Like, we're going to have problems after here.
Shaw, you're gonna have to split us up now.
Oh God, it's just me now that's like, all right with everyone.
I'm going to have to vote.
You know that riddle where you've got like the fox, the food, and like the whatever else it is, and like you've got to try and get it on the other side of that. That's going to be your slot soon of who can be next.
It's like bloody Albert Square on Christmas Day. This.
It's more like Corrie. There's more Northerners.
Yeah, that's fair. Sorry, Chloe, you're on your own.
Sorry.
Oh, funny. Yeah, fight. Aled will be having a rant on ticket pricing, and it doesn't include Coventry. But before that, I have to talk about Blackburn. Please get your match reports in, Championship fans, so we can stick to football.
Yeah.
But Teresa, I will come to you first. I'm just ignoring Aaron at the top now. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, don't worry.
Any standouts on here for you?
I would say the Norwich QPR one. Norwich have been a bit hit and miss, haven't they? So, like, for them to get a win.
Isn't it? More missing it.
Yeah, more miss, but I feel bad saying that. Hit and miss for any Norwich fans watching. Yeah, like, yeah, good win for them to be fair. Like, I think it's their first home win of the season. I could be wrong, but I think so.
I think it is to be
Fair.
fair. I'm sure it
Yeah,
is.
fair,
I'm pretty
fair.
sure it is.
Yeah. And yeah, obviously QPR have been a bit. I think are they like near playoffs? I want to say I could be so wrong right now. I have no idea.
Yeah,
But-
4 points off the playoffs.
Thank you so much, Aaron. Thank God you're here. Because I didn't have a clue, honestly. But they've been doing all right. So for Norwich to get a win, that's not bad. Yeah, it's just like fighting. To be fair, Aaron's had a disagreement with everyone apart from me tonight. So
Who's the problem? Who's the problem?
You know what? It's because I've got a soft spot for Bradford. That's what it is.
Rochdale.
Because
Rochdale.
I think there was nearly one when Dreech pointed out the colour of her top in support of Aki at the beginning.
Yeah,
actually at the
Yes.
start.
you know what
yeah.
it is?
Yes.
For as long as
True.
Graham's in charge at Bradford, I'll be happy. I've got a lot of time for Graham Alexander. That's what it is.
oh, that's fine then. So we're all right then. Everyone else is just.
Don't let him
arguing.
Yeah.
sweet talk you, Teresa. Don't let him sweet talk you. He'll snap you in the back.
Fair.
I feel
But,
like we should
yeah.
title this episode Aaron's Villain Arc.
Oh my God.
Aaron's enemies. You like Thanos. You like Thanos in the Avengers.
Just superimpose me with the Infinity Stones.
You're the Thanos of the Absolute Football Podcast.
That's your new name now for Sam's contact book. Thanos, that's what it is now. 1 minute. That's it.
Oh, funny.
Sometimes
Right,
it's a wonder how we're still on air, by the way.
Oh, we're definitely going to get cancelled at some point, honestly. I think people just come because they feel sorry for us at this point. I genuinely feel like they just, you know, when you watch that series on TV or Netflix and you think, oh, it's all right, but I'm excited to see what's next, even though you don't really know what's going on. I feel like this is one of them where people are intrigued, they keep watching, but they still don't have a clue what's going on. You know, like the start of Game of Thrones, when if it's them episodes and you're trying to get into it and you don't have a clue what's going on. I think that's what people have done. And it's been 3 years on this one.
I think the best part is as well is we've got no idea what's going on. Like it's not even planned or anything. It just
We don't script any of this show ever.
No.
Honestly,
Oh, man.
honestly, at this point, I just don't know. I don't know how I'm still hosting it. Sam must really like me as a friend because I don't know why I'm still here at this point. I feel sorry for Chloe. Does she even know what she's let herself in for?
Chaos.
We're never going to see Chloe again after we tell this.
Yeah, this is it.
Bye, guys.
What we got for her game 2? Women in Football series done before this. So I had an interview with her.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
literally. Right, let's get back to football. Aaron, I will come to you.
Yes.
Save us. Any
I think
standouts?
I want to speak about. I know they've been a little bit off the ball, but I think I need to speak about the Oxford result because what a result that is in
Very
my
good.
eyes. That's probably the result of the weekend in this specific division, if
Yeah.
I'm being honest. You know, I mean, like they're not. I know they're not in the bottom 4, but they've not really found the feet of the Oxford this year so far, like consistently. And a result like this could really begin to kind of kick them back into gear. So yeah, that really impresses me. Leicester. I mean, I'm starting to run out of words for my surprise with Leicester this year. Like, it's just really bad, isn't it? Like, it's like I don't think anyone saw this coming, did they?
No.
Like, you know,
That's the surprise.
yeah,
That's the
like
surprise about them this season. They're not
I
doing
mean,
very well.
you look at the table now, and they are. I mean, they're sat 16th, but they're 7 points off the bottom 4. That's 3 games. You know what I mean? And they are. So let me do my quick maths. They are 5 points off the top 7. You know, and it just shows, doesn't it? Like sometimes, you know, that kind of losing your footing in the Prem can have the sort of knock-on effect with you, and I think that's kind of what's happening here. Also, I think we need to speak about Coventry and Frank Lampard because it was kind of like it's like a foregone conclusion, isn't it? Now that they're a joke. I think I'm going to put my neck out on the line here. I think obviously we're only 18 games in, but depending on what happens, I think they'll probably go down as one of the greatest Championship sides ever.
Simon is jinx you.
Because
get ready for the cat. Get ready for the bottles.
I can't wait for them to lose in the playoff final now. But I've just not seen a team so relentless and so have the willing and the ability to like score goals. And you know what? We all spoke about players that we have like a bit of an affinity to. I just want to mention somebody from Cov, again, back from my Salford days when I was on placement, but Brandon Thomas Asante, well, what a player. What a player, by the way. He's player. Absolutely flying, and it's so great to see. So, yeah, like, I mean, I think it's definitely Covs to lose, but I just can't see anyone getting anywhere near them, to be honest.
Definitely. I think we mentioned as well, was it last week, that the only way something will happen with Coventry is if a Premier League team come in for Frank Lampard. But part of me doesn't think he will leave because obviously we've seen him at Chelsea before. Obviously he's been at Derby, and I think with Coventry at the moment he's doing so well. It's obviously theirs to lose at the moment, isn't it? Promotion, because they're that far ahead. So I do not think he will take the chance. Maybe he has done before with other jobs previously. I think he should definitely stick it out with Coventry. And Simon has put, obviously, in his match report, 3 points again and 10 points clear at the top of the league. But it's really...
Sorry, shall I go on?
No, I'm going to say it's really nice, to be fair, to see them doing so well because a lot of people were shocked and a lot of people were a bit like, what are Coventry doing, sacking Mark Robins? And he's doing a very good job with Stoke, but I think Frank Lampard and the way he's come in and he's just pushed them that little bit more, hasn't he? And Mark Robins was an excellent manager, but there was only so much he could do for Coventry, wasn't it? Playoffs, and then we've obviously got Frank Lampard, and I feel like it's fresh ideas, and he's just got them playing to the next level that I feel like they couldn't do under Mark Robins.
And I think what's important for like a team that goes on to win a title and goes on to win promotion as well is at certain points they're going to be tested in the. I know they've got the wins in the last couple of weeks, but you know they've done it a couple of times in the last couple of weeks from coming from behind, you know, in quite a dramatic fashion. And I think that really shows where your bottle is if you can kind of coast the league all the way through, and you have a few games where you become a bit unstuck and you figure your way out. That's when you know you're a good side, you know.
Definitely. Chloe, I will come to you next. Any on here you want to give a mention to?
Sorry, I just knocked a drink over. You might have heard that. It was empty though. It was empty.
I see what
He's
it is.
even kicking off with a drink.
Now.
I know,
God.
he's even kicking off with a drink in the cup at this point.
You can't stop him. But no, I think the fixture I want to talk about, it has to be Swansea. You know, obviously going 2-0 up and then losing the game 3-2. I think Swansea this season have struggled quite a bit. They're looming near towards the relegation zone. So as much as my partner is taking great delight in that, you know, I didn't really expect that from them. You know, I don't know how many they are exactly off the bottom. Do I think that they will go down this season? What are they there?
Wow.
Oh, they're joint points actually on the bottom. Wow, that is worse than I thought. But so I don't know whether they'll go down this season, but I think that result sticks out to me quite a lot because I remember just looking at it. I think there was a stoppage in the Rovers game and I was like, oh my God, Swansea are actually winning a game. And then all of a sudden you blink and it's, you know, 3-2 to West Brom. And yeah, I don't know with them. I really don't know. I don't think I would have maybe at the start of the season called them to have been this low and to be struggling. But I think that's kind of the unpredictability with football. You never know really what's going to happen. But that's the one that I think stands out really to me.
Definitely. I know there's a lot of people in the chat talking about the situation at Sheffield Wednesday. We will come on to that. Do not worry. Rebecca, any on here you want to give a mention to?
I do have a match, but it's not on there. But it's purely just because it was the rearranged one of Tuesday, or am I missing it? The Blackburn and Ipswich one.
Yeah.
I think that is the funniest thing ever, the fact it was a draw. And it was written how the first match was done. Rovers take a late lead. And then Ipswich, it was like the last 10 minutes where Rovers are 1-0. Ipswich get a really, really late equaliser. And it was just one of them. I don't think either were too thrilled with that one. I think Ipswich more so than Rovers. Rovers are an odd team to talk about, I think, this season. It's one of them, my brother, he's a Rovers fan, and it's one of them where it's like listening to him and all of the issues that they're currently having with, there's like, I think it's one of them, it's the subs that are happening quite late on that are significantly impacting the matches. So it's one of them, it's quite an interesting one to look at, but I do feel as though, I don't think it's a worry, but the form isn't where it should be and where people expect Rovers to be, and I feel as though, yeah, I've got Todd Cantwell back, but there was a lot of unrest around his injury where he then had to come out on Instagram and actually say like, oh, I have this injury, it's longer than expected. So I feel like there is quite a bit of unrest at Rovers, and I do feel as though it could take an impact, but it's one of them. It's an interesting one. And then Chloe's mentioned it, but the Swansea and West Brom game, I mean, West Brom, again, hit and miss for form, but they are one of these where they started off the season so strong, and it was one of them. Their team is incredibly strong, and they had the likes of Isaac Price scoring near enough weekly, and it's one of them where this win was, although Swansea are struggling, I thought it was a significant win for West Brom. And I feel like the Preston game as well. Preston are massively
brilliant.
Flying, but it's one of them. I think they're like with Cambridge that we mentioned in League Two, just chipping away and getting these results in and slowly just building their way up. And it was such it's a sad one for Sheffield Wednesday with everything that is going on, and it is a very, very sad time for them, and it isn't looking good, but you can't take away from such a strong Preston performance, and it's one of them. I mean, Lewis Dobbin on the score sheet, again, bit biased, but a very talented striker that is in that team, and they do have a very strong team going forward through Preston, so it's quite an exciting one for them.
I completely agree with that. And to be fair, there was a lot of people, I'm not necessarily saying our predictions, but there were a lot of predictions I saw from people who do support championship clubs or people on social media who follow like football, and they had Preston to struggle this season. And obviously in the chat, we do have Ricky. Wednesday 2, Preston North End 3. Wednesday took the lead early on. Whiteman made it 1-1, but Sheffield Wednesday went 2-1 up straight after. It stayed like that until second half when Preston North End made it 2-2. Sheffield Wednesday then missed a penalty. And then Preston did get the winner after one of the worst performances of the season. But it just shows that bit of fight from Sheffield Wednesday, doesn't it? Like, regardless of what's going on off the pitch, to even, I know they scored the 2 goals, missing a penalty, obviously, that's not the best, especially when they're probably already low on confidence anyway. But they are still going out on that pitch, those players, despite not being paid, despite obviously everything going on, and they're still giving 100%, aren't they? Which is incredible to see. And it's just sad times, isn't it, Sheffield Wednesday?
Also, with Wednesday, I think they needed, for the fans' sake, you know, in the sense of it's awful what's going on, but I watched the Steel City derby last weekend, was it? And they, you know, that they just didn't. It didn't feel like a derby, and the fans were really frustrated. Yeah. So I think they needed a performance, albeit they still lost. They needed a performance to have that kind of fire and desire back in the bellies. And, you know, a battling performance like that proves that they've still got that. And I think that's important because, you know, I feel like a bit of a broken record, but we spoke about on this podcast so many times of the clubs that are in, you know, struggles, you know, your Rochdales, your Oldhams in the past, your Sheffield Wednesdays now. The most important thing you can do at this point is you've all got to stay together, because the only way it's going to get better is if you all stay together and unite. A bit like what Chloe was saying before, you know, with the protests. Of course, it all depends on, you know, the situations, but like you all have to be on the same united front to make action and make it work. And, you know, if the fan base stick together, then you will get your ultimate goal in the end, you know?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. It's awful times, obviously, for Sheffield Wednesday. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm just now putting it down to the fact that the Championship, they will not be playing Championship football next season. No. I know it is only December, but the way it's going off the pitch and the way they're just constantly getting these point deductions, it's so sad. I'm just hoping, fingers crossed, they will actually be playing football next season, and it won't be like we've seen. It's just awful, isn't it? I feel like we're always talking, no matter what season, about another club like continuously struggling, and it's just awful, isn't it? What's going on at the moment? And there should be something there for help, and people should be helping them, shouldn't they?
I think it comes down to, I mean, it's a whole different podcast on its own, isn't it? But it comes down to, you know, like the lack of awareness from the governing bodies to take awareness before it happens. You know, how many times do you see statements from the governing bodies about all this stuff, but they only make statements once it's happened? You know, there's been multiple situations in the last couple of years, Oldham, Rochdale, Morecambe, where you can see it's going to happen maybe 2, 3, 4 months before it happens. So why is nothing done then? Why do they always wait till afterwards? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
It's just sad. Graham has put as well, Chloe, as your initiation, we've all done this before on the podcast. I'm not setting you up, I promise. Give us your best. Come on, Wednesday.
Well, can I get a demonstration, guys? Let me know what I'm working with here, and then I can gear myself up for one. So, not trying to put anyone on the spot here, but you know, so that I can have a little bit of.
Have you just picked me because I'm the most northern one?
No, because I've just done it. Come on, Wednesday. There you go.
Come on, Wednesday.
Streety.
Oh God, mine's gonna turn Yorkshire again. Remember last time? Yorkshire. Oh God. Okay. Hang on, breathe. Come on, Wednesday. See,
Go on,
There we go.
Teresa. Rebecca.
Nothing came out. This is come on Wednesday. Oh.
That was a confused one. Right. Trying to get this. Come on, Wednesday. Was that good? I don't know.
We'll take that.
I'm just
We'll
thinking
take
of
that.
the guy. Like, I've got the video in my head, and he's just like sat there, and he's like, "Come on, Wednesday." And I'm
Come
like,
on,
"What?"
Wednesday. Do you remember every Wednesday I used to tag you all in it on Instagram? That needs to come back. I feel like that might motivate them a little bit. New podcast members exclusive coming
That's
soon.
it.
Turning Yorkshire with Rita. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We need it. And Graham is very happy. Very, very
Thank
happy.
you. Thank you.
I know there's a lot of match reports in the chat, but there's one particular team we haven't spoke about. I feel like we do need to be credited. Millwall. I mean, Millwall 3, Southampton 2, and it was a 97th minute winner. And it's actually the second half of pundits. People described it as such a bonkers second half. Obviously, Saints did lead through Adam Armstrong. He scored a penalty. And bear with me a minute. I've completely lost my notes. Notes for this one as well, because I'm about happy. Right, well, anyway, Adam Armstrong obviously gave Saints a lead. Somebody who I think is a very, very top player, Adam Armstrong. He's one of my favourite players in, obviously, this league. And then, obviously, I don't know what's gone on because I've completely lost my notes. That's really, really annoyed me. But yeah, a massive win for Millwall, who I think are doing exceptionally well this season. And what makes me laugh the most looking at the table is they're actually in third, but we've got a -3 goal difference.
Yeah, man.
And may I add, this is the first time Millwall have actually beaten Southampton at the Den since 1977. So what a great win for them. And what I did want to add as well is I don't think much people give Millwall the credit, but I think the Den is a very, very tough place. And it is becoming, especially for this season, an extremely tough place for teams to visit. It's always quite intimidating, I think, anyway, going to Millwall.
With Millwall, I think obviously the reputation kind of, precedes them for decades, but there is something that kind of makes me smile, and like the old football romanticist inside me, like if Millwall got into the Premier League, that there's just something about that. Like I've got in my head like the tough tacklers, the proper like dirty team that the Premier League's needed probably for a long time. That could be Millwall. I'm talking like crazy gang territory. You know what I mean? That's what we're missing in the Premier League, I think. And for that to happen, I mean, they're only 2 points off Middlesbrough now, are they? I think so. That's in the automatics as well, isn't it? So yeah, anything could happen. And yeah, but like you said, I think it's really sort of appropriate for them to have a sort of minus negative goal difference, but be so high. I don't know. It just feels it feels like it fits Millwall.
I just wanted to address this comment because Simon, obviously, you're saying it's not that intimidating, but I'm not being awful for a Southampton side. And may I add, under their interim manager, this is the first loss, isn't it? Like they've been on a roll, Southampton, since sacking Will Still. And for them to go there and obviously 97th minute winner against them, I actually think I'm sorry, Simon, I'm actually going to disagree with you on this one. I am.
The head podcast host has spoken.
Exactly. And if you disagree with me, I will remove you. I'm joking. People are allowed to disagree
As
with
proven.
me. Exactly. I stick to my word. As Aaron Knowles from tonight. But yes, Millwall with a -3 goal difference. I do have a few match reports to get to, so please bear with me. David put the same. Southampton 2-0 up and lost 3-2. Disappointing result. definitely. I had a full thing of notes in my folder, and I've just completely wiped them. I am playing God. I am literally God on this podcast. I've got the power, literally. I got the power. Sorry about my singing, everyone. Getting Borough, what a win over Derby. Yes, very, very good win for them. And we did speak about the Rob Edwards situation on the Premier League pod, because I know a lot of people are not happy with that. So if you haven't checked that out, go and watch it after this show, because we did spend quite a while talking about it. We've got Johnny. He has put, I have to say about the match. This is obviously Sheffield United. So Leicester 2, Sheffield United 3. Have to say about the match. Great first half, and then back to the same old in the second half. But I'm happy with the win. 3 wins in a row. Onwards and upwards to the playoffs. Come on, you Blades. Very, very good win.
The playoffs, Johnny. You're 10 points off it, aren't you? Wow. That is excitement and optimism. I can't knock it, but that is backing your team, that.
It is.
That's almost as ludicrous as somebody saying that Peterborough's going to get the playoffs. Who could have said that?
To be fair, I said Luton were going to win it last season and they got relegated, so that isn't there. I'll just put obviously about Wrexham 1, Blackburn Rovers 1. Blackburn at home, not much happened in the first half apart from a Blackburn goal and constant time wasting by the Blackburn goalkeeper. I'm finding this is happening a lot with goalkeepers this season, even in the National League. We weren't great in the first half, and half-time ended behind 1-0, and understandably. In the second half, it was just the same old from Blackburn. With more time wasting, and because of the time wasting, it added on to the added time, and in the added time we got an equaliser, which was very ironic. They call it karma, don't they? When people are wasting time and then you get a late winner, it is karma for the wasting time. And he's also put a draw was definitely a fair result in my eyes. Might be seen as biased, but I don't care against a time wasting side. He's also had a rant as well. I will get to yours as well, Graham. I do have it starred, by the way. Right, bear with me. I think this might be in the wrong order. For example. Right, so a ticket rant. So he's put, for example, we got Swansea away on the 19th, and the ticket price is £32.50, but Swansea are playing Oxford United this weekend, and the price is £23.50. It doesn't happen all the time, but as a Wrexham fan, since our new owners have come in, whenever we have travelled away, the ticket price has risen. Us as fans aren't made of money, and I'm sick of being milked by other clubs that I visit, yet we keep our tickets at £26 no matter who we face. I think a lot of people do that because it's Wrexham as well, isn't it, with the owners? And no matter, we shouldn't really do that, because even though they've obviously got the big owners, and obviously owners who have money, it doesn't necessarily mean the fans are made of money like that, doesn't it? I think that is really, really bad from that perspective. Just really quickly, Graham has put obviously on the Coventry game from a Charlton perspective. So it was Coventry 3, Charlton Athletic 1. Coventry away. After the last 2 games, I was fearing the worst, but I was pleasantly surprised and we played quite well. Took a shock lead too, got lucky when Amari Bell somehow didn't give a penalty away. Much to everyone's surprise, he'd have been sent off too, but sadly fun, he went off injured and we lost all our shape after that, and Coventry showed their class and were deserved winners. He's also put tough run of fixtures and a bad run of injuries made it for a bad week. And he's put the important games for us are this month. We play Portsmouth twice along with Oxford and Norwich. So that's the games we need to start picking up points in at the Valley on Saturday versus Portsmouth. Right, really, really quickly, we will finish off very soon. Damn Americans ruin it for you guys. I know, you and all these Americans, hey? We're charging people £45 for some games. Doubt it'll be Wrexham, vote Aled. Always pay. Go on,
That's
sorry.
mad, that, isn't it?
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Football.
Crazy. Oh, no way. Jamie Vardy's scoring 4 goals from 9 games in Serie A. Love it. I love it.
It's because he swapped Red Bull for red wine, you see, so.
I will quickly leave you all with the league table now. So, Championship table. Top of the table, Simon. You have mentioned it a fair few times, but deservingly so. They are Coventry City on 43 points. 10 points behind them. There you go, Simon. In second, we have Middlesbrough on 33 points. Millwall a third on 31 points. Stoke City a fourth on 30 points. Preston North End a fifth on 30 points. Bristol City, they are 6th on 29 points. And bottom of the Championship, we have Portsmouth, who are 22nd on 17 points. Norwich City are 23rd on 13 points. And unfortunately, we did mention the difficulties that have been going on, but Sheffield Wednesday are bottom of the Championship on minus 10 points. And I just wanted to address as well, because there has been a few comments, if we haven't covered your team, please do not worry. We try and cover as much as possible, but if we haven't mentioned your team, we will talk about them next week. We do like to rotate talking points and who we're talking about, so don't take it personally. I know a lot of people have done recently, so don't. But of course, that is the end of the show. Chloe, it's been a journey for you. It's probably been a little bit of a roller coaster. I hope to see you and speak to you again. But if you do block us, it's been really good.
It's been real, guys.
It's been emotional. But thank you so much for coming on tonight. And where can everybody find you and your fantastic work? I'm going to pick you up even more now than usual, so you come on again with us very soon.
Well, I mean, I'll take it. On socials, on both X and Instagram. Correct. Blocked. No, I promise you will see me again, guys. Although Aaron and I are probably going to have to pick up our beef offline now, apparently.
Wow. Do you notice that is targeted? She didn't pick anyone else. She picked me. Did you notice that?
Because you have been. This is why we've been separated.
Wow.
But no, it's all with love. But no, where was I? On socials, both on X and Instagram, you can find me at ChloeWatt_10.
And if you don't see Chloe for a while, she will probably be in therapy.
Crying in a corner. That's exactly what it'll be. Crying in a corner.
Or I might have sent her to social media jail if she carries on, so we never know.
Oh.
You don't want these hands.
I'm quicker in the chair.
That's true. Rebecca, thank you so much for coming on. Really do appreciate it. I've missed you. I feel like it's been forever. But where can everybody find you and all of the fantastic work you're doing too?
Yeah, it's been really nice being back on. I've missed you all, and yeah, thank you for having me back. You can find my personal Twitter and TikTok, which is _Rebecca_short_. You can find all of my Her Game 2 content at ASFC Her Game 2. And then anything on a match day and midweek posts with the official Accrington account. We had a video go out yesterday, which covers the players' favourite FA Cup memories, which was a really good one to film. And then with the amazing Jen, who is on the National League show, we have Girls in the Grandstand covering everything from Formula One.
Just pointing out as well, everybody, no one behaves like this on a National League show. That's really sophisticated.
That's because we're partnered, that's why.
It's true. It's got a collaboration with another podcast. Good answer. Treaty, thank you so much for coming on as always. Where can everybody find you and all of your fantastic work?
Yes, thank you for having me on. It's been a good episode. I'm glad it was Chloe's first one because this has been class, honestly.
Chloe doesn't think so.
You can find my personal Twitter. I'm not calling it X. I know Chloe did. I don't call it X. Treaty_HGT. You can find my Her Game 2 stuff at HGT_BCFC. That's on Twitter and Instagram. And I've also got like a media page type thing where I post like matchday vlogs and any episodes of the podcast. That's Media by Treaty on Instagram.
Aaron, thank you so much for coming on as always as well. It's always a pleasure having you on. Where can everybody find you and all of your amazing work too?
It's been a journey. I feel like I've redeemed myself in the last.
I need to lie down.
I've redeemed myself in the last 15 minutes. It's like the classic story, the classic movie. I turned into the good guy at the end, you know.
From Thanos.
Yeah, except Thanos. So my personal X account, Twitter account, whatever you call it, I'm not really bothered, is Aaron Diskin1, and my Oldham disability related stuff you can find me on X again at OAFCDLO.
Love that. Just quickly in the chat as well. That's true. It has been really tame. For this to be tame as well, you don't want to see it when it's full force. That's when Claire's usually on. We love Claire, but we have missed her tonight. But if anybody does want to find me, I am SharXRAFC. That is on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and of course the main ones. We are the Absolute Football Podcast, and we are on Twitter, Absolute Football Pod, on YouTube and Twitch, Absolute Football Podcast, TikTok, Absolute Football Pod, Instagram, we are Absolute Football Podcast _, Blue Sky, Absolute Football, and on Facebook, we are the Absolute Football Podcast. We have 4 live shows a week, none of them as crazy as this one on a Thursday. You have to prepare yourselves. But on a Monday, we are absolutely non-league with the collaboration with NL Full-Time, and we cover all things from National League North, National League South. On a Tuesday, I did have the pleasure last Tuesday of doing hosting duties on the Premier League show, but Sam will be back this Tuesday talking all things Premier League with a fantastic team over there. Then on a Wednesday, we have Freya and Team Chaos talking all things women's football from WSL, WSL2, and of course the international matches too that's been happening. And on a Thursday, anything can happen on a Thursday. We are supposed to cover EFL Championship, League 1 and League 2. But anything you want to cover on this show, from food to come on Wednesdays to villains, anything, we've got you covered. Just come in.
To the Royal Rumble.
To the Royal Rumble. I mean, yeah, we've got you covered. Anything can happen on a Thursday, but it's all good fun. You can become a YouTube member as well, where you do get special perks like emojis, special episodes where you can meet the team. And of course, if you are missing any content, you can catch up on all the shows, as well as interviews, club episodes. And Chloe did appear on our brilliant Women in Football series. It has come to an end this season, but we will be recording more, and that's in collaboration with a fantastic campaign that is Her Game 2. Just wanted to thank you so much, everybody, for coming on the podcast, for supporting the podcast as well. We love chatting football and everything with you. Hope you all have a lovely weekend, and ta-ta for now. Bye, everyone.